Welcome to an example in which we've got a spinner here. Use the spinner below to find the probability of getting the following after one spin. So we're imagining that basically there's a spinner here. Let me just draw one. So kind of like so, a spinner, and you spin it around, and around she goes, and where she stops, nobody knows, kind of thing. So you're going to spin the spinner. And down here is the question. What is this stands for? What is the probability that the number is greater than 6, right? That symbol greater than. So if that spinner spins around, 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 and it's going to stop somewhere, like right here, it stopped on the 2. It's going to stop somewhere. What's the probability that the number it stops on is greater than 6? Well, how many numbers are greater than 6? 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12, right? Those are all numbers greater than 6. Probability is always the number we want over the total number. Just like, when the probability of, if you flip a coin, of getting heads. We all know if you flip a coin, chance heads 50% or 1 out of 2, because that's one thing we want. We want heads out of 2 total things that can happen, heads or tails. I just want you to, think about something you already know, I'm sure. A chance of flipping a coin, that's the same as 50% or 0.50 decimal. Those are all the same thing, right? Percentage, decimal, fraction, they're just 3 languages saying part of a whole. Like if I said 1, uno, or 1 in some other language, I'm saying the same number in 3 different languages. That's what percentage, decimal, and fraction are. They're 3 languages in which you can say part of something. If I said I ate 50% of the candy bar, or a 0.5 of the candy bar, or half the candy bar, it's the same amount of candy bar, right? So how do we do probability then? It's the number we want over the total number as a fraction. Then you just divide that in your calculator and you get the decimal. We won't usually have to go to percent. They'll usually just want a decimal answer. So again, probability of flipping a coin and getting heads, it's the number of results we want over the total number of results that are possible. We want to get heads, that's one result, over 2 total things that could happen, heads or tails. So what's the probability of getting a number greater than 6? Well, how many are greater than 6? 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's 6 of the results out of 12 total, right? There's 6 different things we want to happen out of 12 total things that could happen. Divide that on your calculator and you'll get 0.5. That's the answer to this question, 0.5. That's the probability. It's the same thing as the chance of getting heads, right? Half the time, because this is half the spinner, isn't it? Half the time you'll get a number greater than 6. You get 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Half the time, just like flipping a coin, getting heads, half the time. Half the time the spinner will end up on this side. Half the time it'll be on the other side. So the chance is 0.5, half. Now, sometimes they'll ask other questions, like they'll say, okay, what's the probability? It's kind of freaking out here. There we go. What's the probability of getting, I don't know, a 3 or a 5? What if you're playing some kind of game, you really want to get a 3 or a 5? Well, again, probability is always the number we want over the total number. So I'm just changing the question because sometimes it's different. So that would be 2 possible numbers. We want a 3 or we want a 5 out of 12, and then just divide in your calculator. I don't know what that is, whatever the decimal is on that. Is that making sense then? I'm hoping that whenever they give us a probability question, we just take the number we want over the number total. So if there's 6 numbers, all the numbers greater than 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, that we want over 12 total, just divide that in your calculator. If there's 2 different, if they want a 3 and a 5, or it could be a 1 and a 7, or a 2 and a 3, or whatever. Or what if they said, I want a 2, 3, or 4? I really want 2, 3, or 4. Well, that would be 3 numbers out of 12 that you want. And so that's how we do that.